We love a good aesthetic, but healing lasts longer. And here's the truth that nobody tells us. Your body goals at 25 are not the same goals at 35, 40, or 50 plus. So let's talk about it. Welcome back to the Melanin Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, your wellness and fitness bestie, Corey. Quick check-in. Who's already abandoned their New Year's resolution to get in shape or to lose weight? It's okay. No judgment here. Seriously, because y'all know we don't do that over here. I ask because if that's you, you're not alone. There's actually something called the March slump. And research shows that while January starts with high motivation, by the time March rolls around, nearly 80% of resolutions are already abandoned. And no, that's not a willpower problem. It's a system error. So by March, your body is managing different cortisol levels, perimenopause shifts, deeper career stress, family demands, and eventually it says, no. But for us, women in our 35 to 40 to 50 plus era, we're not quitting because we're lazy. We're quitting because we're tired of forcing a healing era body into an aesthetic era body. We're tired of asking our bodies to perform like they don't have decades of wisdom, stress, and change stored deep inside them. Most women over 35 are still using a 20-year-old's fitness playbook. Restrictive dieting, high-intensity burnout, pushing harder when the body is already exhausted. I lived this in my late 30s and early 40s. I trained harder. I ate less. And instead of results, my body screamed for mercy. Plateaus felt like failure, and fatigue always felt personal. But here's the shift that changed everything for me. When the goal is purely aesthetic, a number on the scale, a certain look in the mirror, or a certain pant size, any stall by February feels like you failed. But in a healing era, a plateau is just data. And learning how to interpret your body's data, now that's the real gold. Your body isn't behind, it's just asking for something different. The problem with aesthetic-only fitness is that it often leads to overtraining, undereating, ignoring recovery, and y'all know we can't do that over 35, and chasing the scale. For women 35 plus, trying harder often raises those cortisol levels, and an elevated cortisol level tells the body to store fat, not lose it. That's why so many women see no progress by March and then decide to quit. Again, your body isn't failing you, it's protecting you. Now let's talk a little bit about what a healing era fitness actually looks like. Healing era fitness prioritizes strength over shrinkage, mobility for longevity, rest days that are respected and not skipped, fuel that supports our hormones at every stage, and then training that considers your cycles, your stress levels, and your nervous system. So let's make this real. I'm going to give you a couple of shifts that come from the aesthetic era versus the healing era. All right, so if you have a pen and a piece of paper, write this down. If not, just rewind and come back to it. Number one, the quote, "I need to bounce back." That's an aesthetic era trope. A healing era shift is going to sound more like accepting the current vessel. We're not bouncing back. We're moving forward. This one stuck with me because it took me quite a long time to understand this myself. Like the word bounce back, listen, we hear that so often, especially after we have babies. Bouncing back, I don't even know what y'all talking about. Number two, high intensity or bust. That's our aesthetic era trope. Our healing era shift says cortisol conscious movement instead. Healing means working with your nervous system, not against it. Number 3, tracking calories and the scale. That will be our aesthetic era. And our healing era shift looks a little more like tracking vitality. How's your sleep, your recovery, your energy, and your mood? Because those things have to be in check in order for you to ever get to meet any of your wellness goals. If you're too tired, you do not have the energy, and you are certainly not in the mood for anybody's workouts. Number 4, aesthetic perfection. That's our aesthetic era trope. Healing era shift looks more like functional longevity because we are working for longevity and mobility. Train for the woman that you'll be at 60, not the girl that you were at 20. Again, because those 20-year-old knees are far different than these almost 50-year-old knees. No, listen, we are not doing that. My knees sound like goats chewing on aluminum cans. Don't nobody have time for that. All right? And number 5, the New Year, New Me sprint. We have heard that. I have spat that out before. But in the healing era shift, it sounds more like a seasonal rhythm. March isn't the end. It's the beginning of spring, actually. Remember that growth happens in cycles, and that means for every facet of your life, your fitness, your wellness, your diet, your mental health. Growth happens in cycles. And I've lived in every one of these seasons. And when I stopped training for the body that I used to have and started training for the body that I have now, everything changed. My recovery got easier. I wasn't in as much pain. My mobility improved. My flexibility improved. And I was able to create a sustainable fitness regime for myself that meets me exactly where I am. Physically, yeah, everything has changed. But mentally, my workouts have become a safe place, a therapy almost, a reset. Now, my workouts focus on supporting the hips, the glutes, and the joints, which are the foundations of strength as we age. Mobility is an absolute non-negotiable for me because at the end of the day, I don't want to be stiff and unable to enjoy this next chapter of my life. And I've learned that consistency beats intensity every time in this era because I don't need 3 days to recover from one workout, because if I need that, then listen, there's no point because that throws me all the way off and I am not going back. So that's one of the reasons why I created this quick little free 35 plus fitness cheat sheet to break down why this matters and how to shift without burning out. You'll find it linked in the show notes. And coming very soon, I'm bringing all of this together inside the Energy Reset app. It is a space designed to help you regulate your body, restore your energy, and train in a way that actually feels supportive instead of punishing. If that speaks to you, make sure that you are on the email list for first access. I touched on this a little back in January. The app is still getting my finishing touches. I'm still putting the finishing touches on it because I want to make sure that it is perfect and that it works as intended. But if you want to get first access before it hits everywhere else, make sure that you're on an email list because my email subscribers will get access to it first. Now, let's reframe some body goals before we get out of here today, okay? Understand that strong feels better than smaller. When you chase smaller, you're always negotiating with less. But when you're chasing strong, you're building a body that can carry groceries, kids, ambition, and life. Muscle is metabolic real estate. It supports our blood sugar, our bone density, and our long-term health. Regulated is going to be ripped every time. Just because someone has a six-pack doesn't mean that it's health, especially if you're constantly living in fight or flight mode. A regulated nervous system means better digestion, deeper sleep, and less emotional eating. And listen, emotional eating is a real thing. I am battling that as we speak because my baby is going off to college in a few short weeks, and the emotions, the hormones are all over the place. So I can definitely relate. Energy over aesthetics. If it costs you your energy to maintain the look, the price is too high. Aesthetics are a byproduct of your fitness. Energy is the real currency because it's not going to matter how good you look if you're too tired to do anything afterwards. Looking good is a bonus. Feeling good is the goal. March is the graveyard of resolutions built on self-hate or social media fads or media trends. But a woman in her healing era isn't on a countdown. She's on a journey to a body that feels like home. You're not late to healing. You are right on time. Now, if you're looking for a starting point, that's exactly the work that I do over on my YouTube channel, Fit Fab Corey. I'll leave it in the show notes. It's there when you're ready. So until the next episode, keep healing.